Princess Charlene is back with a bang, and finally writing her own royal rules. The author of an unauthorized biography of Princess Charlene spoke with Hello about the royals' new chapter and her biggest task now, from an infection that left her grounded in another continent, far away from her husband and young children, to her return home and subsequent treatment. Princess Charlene of Monaco has come a long way. More than 3 years later, her public appearances seem to reflect a new sense of strength and confidence that feel like an entirely new chapter for the Monegasque royal. In one of her interviews years ago, Charlene said, "Nobody hands you a worksheet to say this is how a princess should act or do or whatever. And to me, it feels like she has now written her own rule book of how to be regal." Arlene Prinsloo, author of Charlene, In Search of a Princess, tells Hello. "I was stunned by her appearance, on November 19th, at the National Day. She looks incredibly regal to me, actually more so than Princess Grace ever did. And I know Charlene hates the comparisons with Princess Grace, but she's just in another league now." Charlene. She points out that Charlene, 47, will follow rules, but the princess is adapting them and making them her own. "And I think having the confidence to do that, this is the new chapter in her life," Arlene says. She's putting behind all those rumors about the marriage, and her wanting to live in Switzerland, everything that was unsubstantiated, but this is now a new chapter and she's staying. Though, at one point, it wasn't clear when Charlene would return to Monaco from her extended stay in South Africa. In June of 2021, a press release went out revealing that the princess was undergoing multiple, complicated procedures after contracting a severe ear, nose, and throat infection that May, and that her medical team had instructed her not to travel back to Monaco because she still had to undergo and recover from more procedures. "This year will be the first time that I'm not with my husband on our anniversary in July, which is difficult, and that saddens me," Charlene said in a statement at the time. "However, Albert and I had no choice but to follow the medical team's instructions even though it is extremely difficult. He has been the most incredible support to me. My daily conversations with Albert and my children help immensely to keep my spirits up, but I miss being with them. It was special to have my family visit me in South Africa, and it was truly wonderful seeing them. I can't wait to be reunited with them," she continued. On a South African radio show that July, Charlene revealed that she would be grounded in South Africa until the end of October. However, she didn't return to the Principality until November 8, 2021, when she reunited with her husband, Prince Albert, and their twins, Prince Jacques and Princess Gabriella. The palace described the reunion as one filled with joy and emotion. But, it was short-lived. The mom of two ended up leaving before the end of the month to receive treatment in a facility outside of Monaco. Her return was announced on March 12, 2022 in a press release, which stated, "As soon as her health is strong enough, the princess looks forward to once again spending time and socializing with the Monegasques." Time away appears to have aided Charlene's whole royal personality. Prince Albert gave her the time to go to a facility and be treated and come back, and she doesn't need to be his side 24/7. It's given her rest periods. "I think that has aided her whole royal personality," Arlene says. By not being put in a little bird cage and kept in Monaco, there are times when Charlene can go anywhere she wants to, just to take a breather and come back. And it's obviously paying off, Arlene notes. She's never looked as good as she's done now the past few months. As a former Olympic swimmer, there is no question that Charlene is resilient and strong. But following her return from Africa on her stay in the clinic, she seems absolutely confident. Arlene says, "She knows how to portray herself, but there's an inner calmness in her now that just radiates for me." Reflecting on the princess's National Day appearances earlier this week, the author recalls thinking that Charlene had truly made it. She's come full circle from being away from Monaco in the COVID time, going back, taking ill, not being so present in Monaco as people were used to, and now she's just back on the scene, Arlene says. On National Day, November 19, the princess stepped out in a white pantsuit paired with a matching fascinator and veil, later changing into an Armani Privé gown topped with the diamond foam tiara. It marked the first time Charlene had publicly been seen in a tiara since her wedding in 2011. It's very telling, Arlene remarks of the princess' recent tiara moment. She's grown into this role as his consort. And she's got the confidence now to wear that tiara and actually wear it in an unusual way, and just pulling it off, Arlene says, adding, she was obviously making a statement and not wearing it as it was designed. It just shows how versatile Charlene is. While a tiara is always a dazzling accessory, Charlene's confidence is what stands out as off late, making one wonder what the princess might have up her sleeve, or rather beneath her tiara, next. Arlene describes the next in years as defining for Charlene. I think we're going to see Charlene as we haven't seen her before, Arlene says. I just think what we're going to see now is a very confident, beautiful woman. I like the way that her hair is growing out. To me, that's very significant, because usually when she changes her hairstyle very dramatically, then she's got something up her sleeve. The author also noted that this is a defining chapter, especially because of Prince Jacques and Princess Gabriella, who turn 11 on December 10. The twins are no strangers to the spotlight, joining their parents at select engagements. In 2023, Prince Albert told Monaco Maiden, via Monaco Life, that there was no precise age at which his and Charlene's kids would start performing official duties. We will wait and make that decision when the right opportunity presents itself. We are very careful to move slowly towards these obligations, and to not overexpose them when they are too young, Albert said at the time. When they are older, of course, they will become more involved in different activities, events, ceremonies. It is important to do things gradually, without forcing them. Arlene believes Charlene's next role is to train the future of Monaco. Like how Princess Diana showed her sons, Prince William and Prince Harry, a world beyond the palace walls, the Charlene. In Search of a Princess author thinks Albert and Charlene's twins will be exposed to the less beautiful in life, to give them a fuller picture of life, not only the glam. I think Charlene's biggest task is now, when she's in the public eye, especially with the children, is to raise them because they are looking up to her, their mother, to get talk now the shoes that they will have to fill in a boot in 15 years, Arlene says. What the next 10 years hold for Charlene, as she moves forward with seemingly renewed confidence since her time away from Monaco, remains to be seen, but one thing is certain, as Arlene says, she's come back with a bang.